Hello guys, excuse me. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Finally, I am back. Like I said before, the goal is to play all the side quests before the final fight. I know that technically I can save and then I just do the final mission and then come back later and do the side quest. But I think the feeling, the enjoyment for the first time is not the same though. So I'm gonna help as much people that I can in this game, in this side quest, before I fight with Ultima. So yeah. So okay. Usually, right, I will collect all the side quests and then I move to one place to one place. But for this time, I think I'm gonna do the traditional way. So I'm gonna do the quest one by one. So gonna untrack this. And an inconvenient truth. Speak with Vivian. Alright. I'm gonna take time, chill, and relax. Enjoy like this is the last time that Clive will be here before he going to fight with Ultima. Before that, let's check our handboard. I think we clear like a few. Right? Yeah. So dragon, the blood moon, the man in black. Yeah. Prince of Death. Behemoth King. No. This is the Behemoth King.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Wait, I feel like something. Yeah, coloring should be full. Okay. We already got everything best in slot, so we can fully enjoy fighting.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
From a distance?
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, If the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Maybe.
Not from thin air, no. From ash.
Oh.
Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today.
Oh! Barbara's mother. First encounter, the mother of the King Baroness of Waloed, or at least an Ultima summoned illusion of her as His Majesty remember her in life. Hidden truth. One of few surviving descendant of the children of the Maquis who fled from Valistia and took refuge in the outer continent. Only returning generation later, she and her clan were devout believers in the Circle of Malice, whose teachings she instilled in her son, teaching and memories that she treasured to this day. At last, her belief was to prove her downfall, as she was killed in the raid by the followers of rival religion. Aww. Circle of Malice, the ancient religion from which more recent survivors grew. Dalmex, but while at one point in the fate followed throughout Celestia, time and fading memory. Ultima. The otherworldly being behind the monstrosity of Celestia, the creature King Barbaranus worshipped as his god, Optima. Require a vessel. Within interdimensional rift. To remake the world. For this, they created more extra harvest using it.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
A young woman with child who made a home in the water village.
Did you learn everything you needed? I was wondering when next you'd visit. Having never visited, I cannot tell you exactly where in Garnick my friend's lodgings lie. But he did mention they were some distance from the road. I make no guarantee that you will find what you seek there, only that it is the best and perhaps the only place left to look. Ah, yes. Indeed. Then go. Fare thee well, my friend.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether?
Make organic. Oh, damn. Alright, let's go. Beep 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 beep. Right, chocobo. Oh,
Come on. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest.
hey, run. Come on, hit me, hit me. Come on, hit me, hit me. Oi. Oi. Yeah, bro. Oh. Wrong skill, wrong skill. Bye bye.
Be safe. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Cool. Hello? The tail of wyvern.
His interests were certainly varied.
The Mughal. No spirit does not appear to be often more folktale than the humble Mughal. Though the occasionally painted and mischievous soul akin to a pixie of emo story and clumsy yet happy mankind. Sweet too, leading to common superstition. Accepting the small dark wing by which they are somehow able to fly, to take flight. And brightly colored pom-poms on top of the heads. And yet, there are one detail regarding Mughal that most find more remarkable, even that the remarkable than even the orbs that tops it, bro. The fact that creature actually exists. The fall of the Varus. From a distance, yay! The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the god. Indeed, the title, which is to become commonly known as the bearers of the heavenly blessings. Oh, bearers of the heavenly blessings. The wording used by the tribunes of the time. Those who born with blessing were lauded as living crystal and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen one. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become full-fledged religion led by the bearer themselves, a development that would prove faithful. The diverse nations of that time were unanimous in the proposal of founding of the church, while the authorities had for years welcomed bearers in the position of power in their own structure of state. They was mistrusting of the organization led by bearers. For bearers, efforts were immediately made to hasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, forming volunteers, creating a cycle ever increasing bloodshed and rank, and the growing rift between those born with blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spin into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twin for higher generation and decimated the population of men and bears both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left even more lasting mark upon the mind of Palestinian people. After the Beryl last resistance was crushed, the nation of Bastia came together to sign a continental accord and initiate the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known praise bearers are others than humans, as it roots in the bitter war for the years before the unblessed only excuse for the commission sufficient to allow the blessed to decide. Yes.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Boom. Suddenly, an enemy. 1,000. Get ready. Ninja. Pachoo!
Leaving so soon, stranger. We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Ah.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Bro, can you even fight me, bro?
Let's see, shall we? Get him! Too slow.
Slow, brother. Yeah, GG boy. Wait, what the fuck? Nice. Oh no, too late. But doesn't matter, still gone.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Oh, don't tell me Vivian is dead.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Right.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
A drunken galley captain.
Here you are.
Genchi glove,
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Damn. Increase damage deal to enemy by 5%. Woo!
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Back again? Truth is but a matter of belief. Alas. I do so enjoy our little chats.
Wait.
Clive. Well, Clive?
I am.
Naturally. I shall... Godspeed.
Through Orcish.
Torgo, let's go.
All this time, my heart has wandered hither and thither in search of the perfect companion. When all along he was here, standing right beside me.
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore? I heard you.
Oi, Torgul! Apa?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Hey?
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where to then, Torgal?
Follow Torgo.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen ourselves having gone where.
Yep. What do you want? And how am I meant to do that then?
Wait. Can I reinforce?
So what do I owe the honor? Not saying Fordian, do you?
It's one is craftly. Nope.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Come Torgul, come.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
Wait, what? Where is this small island?
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
Damn, a monster. Boss hand.
I think I know where we're going.
Oh no.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Hey, complete. More than words. Can we go back? Oh, we can. All right. Let's go. Dalam in. Tabur. Tuti andai. Yeah, let's return back to a hideaway.
Ah, Clive. This is it then, brother. Indeed. You're wrong. Of course. Of course. Another time. Ah, Clive. Of course. Another time.
Hound.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
A tale to tell.
What's on your mind, Clive? Somewhere in the back of my mind. I know. Thank you. And so for now, I'm always with you, Clive.
Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 quests here.
Lawsman Hippocrates. I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe. Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. Despite scouring the shelves, I have found only one reliable reference to a place where wild wyvern tails are known to have grown. But it is in Waloed, by a waterfall near Rickmal's roost, as I told you. I dare not ask that you undertake such a long and perilous journey on my account, of course, but were you to find yourself in the area? If I may observe, history can wait. Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, here.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Hey. Can't again. Right.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
And let's kill one more monster before we go back.
No mistakes.
Alright. I think let's go back. You know what? Normally, like back at the old days, because loading is too long, we already like, do everything before we load. But now because the SSD, it is actually faster to just load.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Good morrow to you, my friend. Thank you again, Clive. I know how... Thank you for indulging an old man.
Alright, let's call Dion.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
Now. It is time, then.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Hippocrates? No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Hippocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tale, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
God damn it, Theon. No.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Not in front of the kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stoler's quill. Or more precisely, my stoler's quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
When that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Now I get it. Now I understand. Oh, really cool how you flip.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the...
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I well recall. He truly believed it will take forgiveness from himself. Fare thee well, my friend.
Right, which one? Which one? Maybe. How about Phoenix Hill thyself?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
Let's do one more quest and then I'm off. Alright. I'm gonna really enjoy doing side quests.
What do you think happened to Miss Midadol? I heard she was kicked out of the There's so much food in the hideaway. Sometimes, in my cell, my tummy rumbled so loud, the Chadwick would sneak me some gruel from his bowl. I miss him. He would have liked this place.
Aww.
Couldn't have been easy for her making the journey from Ash. What with her belly so fat?
You'd be surprised at the lengths a mother is willing to go for her child.
An empty shelf is like an empty heart. It must first be filled to bring one joy.
Where is it?
Breathe. It'll all be over soon.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong.
Thank you, my lord, for taking me in. Everyone here has been so kind. It reminds me of home.
Aww. Yada? Sorry. Yote? Pacar?
My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted.
Let me
Unless
guess.
we can secure more soon.
Back to Ash.
Your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
Of course. For Joshua, anything.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
I thought you were going to follow us.
I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of Stonewort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct, I should be most grateful, my lord.
Oh, Rosaria. All right, let's go. Ah! Ah. Ui. Ui, no. God damn it. Ui. Oh lol.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Hey, good.
Nice try. Too slow.
Wait.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Thank you, my lord, for taking me in.
Yote, I brought back all the stonewort I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
500? Wow.
You and your brother really are alike, my lord. Though selflessness is a virtue, I beg you, please take more care of yourselves. You and your brother really are alike, my lord.
I think I can do one more.
I can't keep this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I can at least try.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did. Say whatever you must, but get her to rest. I'm not physical enough to fill her shoes should we lose her.
Alright, close enough. Taya?
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this. If it was me lying there, I know he'd do me the same kindness. If it was me lying there, I know he'd do me the same kindness.
Do you see anything you like? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye. Welcome, welcome. Come back again.
Got any more of those special elixirs?
I might.
What? Didn't expect to see me here at the gates? I told you, I'm finished with the garrison. The Duke may be a changed man, but my loyalties lie with the Dame.
Okay.
Ready, go?
Wait.
Yeah.
Woo! God damn, how many?
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Sorry boys, gonna end this early.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Tears of Mercy.
Greetings, Lord Marquis. I prithee do not risk yourself unduly. Yes, my lord? His Grace and I. At first, it was my duty to him. My lord.
I am.
I do not doubt it.
Thank you, Yota.
May you return safe. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Alright, Rodriguez, let's go.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Spider eye.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you. Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Cid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Nearly collapsed back there. It's just a touch of the vapors. I'll be fine.
Tyre's tea stopped the fits. I only hope they stay stopped.
Dang.
If bearers were truly free, we wouldn't need to make decisions like these. If bearers were truly free, we wouldn't need...
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Tyre, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Who indeed?
Is it Jess?
I'm glad I was there for his final moments. He deserved the peace he chose.
Is there aught I might assist you with? Have care, my lord.
I'm glad I was there for his final moments.
Where there is will. Right. I'm gonna save Joshua quest for last. Sorry. They say there will be a jail quest, right? So.
All this time.
Litany of errors.
What do you think happened?
Cid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Midadol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said, in the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Alright.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Lol.
Miss Shirley says we're not allowed in the dungeon. But Miss Mididol doesn't mind. Miss Shirley says we're not allowed in the dungeon.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
They make an oil down at the docks in Aldale that's as slippery as the sea nasties they render it from. With that and the bone I told you about, I shall be able to finish the prototype.
That crystal certainly don't bode well. But just think of all the secrets it must hold. Here, if you're planning on going up there.
Has Mididol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She seems preoccupied.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Yes.
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Otto be like, what the fuck? Hey, what? Octane oil, defeat this. Oh, the dog's aiming high.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough.
Oh look.
Stray Hunter holding back.
Hey.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide? It looks like we found him.
To me, flames!
parry or? Ah.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Alright, let's kill one monster and then send the quest and then close the stream. Hey. So we can parry, bro. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0. And a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog. Don't look at me like that, Clive. I already apologised to Blackthorn. Miserable old bugger. Besides, you can't expect me to keep track of every nut and nail floating about this place. It's a mess.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We
The one you
remember!
forgot.
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid. Back for another part. We've got screws and bolts and nails and knobbles and noodles and,
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, another 500.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
All right, Clive. Enjoy it while you can, Clive. Imagine that, eh? Till then, though.
Make a name for yourself.
You better bloody had to and all. Be seeing you, Clive.
Right. So no airship for Final Fantasy 16. Sad, but I can understand the decision.
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children. You've inspired them all to become writers themselves.
Is that so? We'll need to find some more parchment then.
When you return, would you mind teaching the children another lesson? They did so enjoy your last.
I will not let them be forgotten.
Alright guys, I think we better continue tomorrow. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I see you guys soon. A few more quests and then final battle. Peace. Chew. Oh.